Hi folks, welcome back to Northern Outlier. In today's episode, we're doing another unboxing. We're going to be unboxing the Massca M2 pocket hole jig. Yes, you heard me correctly. I said pocket hole jig and the word Kreg was not included. Stick around to find out more about this jig, as well as what's in these mystery boxes. So I got a couple furniture projects coming up and I wanted to use pocket holes for the assembly. Reason being, pocket holes are relatively easy and straightforward for beginner woodworkers like myself. I'm not a master woodworker by any means, and I thought for sure I'd be buying a Kreg pocket hole jig. We all know that the color blue and the word Kreg goes hand in hand with pocket holes, pocket hole jigs, and pocket hole accessories. So I actually already have a pocket hole jig, I must admit. It is the Kreg XL, it's called. Problem with this jig is that it's meant for bigger projects. So if you're working with any material over 1.5 inches thick, this is the one you want to go with. Thing is, it drills bigger diameter holes and it uses bigger screws. So I was using 2.5 inch and 4 inch screws when I was using this jig. So I just wanted something a little bit smaller, something that drilled smaller holes and used smaller screws. So I thought for sure I'd end up going with a Kreg jig. All the research I did looking online, everything's blue and everything's Kreg, right? And I came very close to pulling the trigger on a Kreg 720. And then last minute I found this brand of jigs, so Massca pocket hole jigs, and specifically this is the M2 jig. The Massca M2. So when I came across this, started reading through reviews, watched a bunch of YouTube videos on it. All the feedback that I came across for the most part was positive. There really wasn't a lot of negative things to say about this jig. Most people were raving about how durable it was. This is an all aluminum body on this jig. Now to compare that to Kreg, Kreg is plastic. All their jigs are basically plastic. I will give it to them that it's a fairly durable plastic. And I think all the inserts are obviously metal. But this one here was all aluminum. And they just people raved about how durable it was. And I love that. I love durable tools, tough tools that are gonna last a lifetime. So I immediately love that. It pretty much sold me on it. I jumped on Amazon and found it on Amazon for $160 Canadian before tax. Now to compare that to the Kreg, say the Kreg 720, you're looking at about 180 bucks before tax. So anyways, I was sold, purchased this, just showed up not too long ago. So without further ado, let's get this thing open and let's take a look at it. Let's get this out of here. We don't need that anymore. No more Kreg. It's all about the Massca. Wow. Instructions. Let's see what we got. There's some parts in there. So that's kind of cool. You actually get a bunch of pocket hole screws, which I think with the 720 you had to order like the 720 Pro, I think, maybe, to get a bunch of extra screws. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Okay, so I don't know if I can really show you, but essentially there is your hole on the side that your stabilizer bar goes into, and there's actually a little screw that tightens down to like lock this in place, and these are the screws right on the back here. So I've gone ahead and I've loosened them off. So right now I should be able to slide that all the way in, and then I'll go ahead and tighten this up. So they give you an Allen key. So you tighten that up, that screw comes down and pushes on the top of that bar in there. So now it's locked right in. Go ahead and do the same on this side. So, bars are on there, and I'll show you a close-up right now of what I meant. Okay, so stabilizer bars are on. I did notice that this piece is loose, and you can actually, that's the one neat thing about this, is I think you can remove this whole piece to make it more portable. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to tighten up the screws in the bottom here, so that's nice and solid. So this thing is solid. This thing is super durable. It's all aluminum from what I can tell. The only thing that's plastic is the dust collection. So I'll show you here in a sec. Yeah, those were quite loose. Yeah, so that's all tight. Yeah, this is plastic here. It looks like that needs to be tightened too. So for whatever reason, everything was loose. Okay, put these guys on. I'm not really sure how these work. I'm gonna have to check that out, but for now I'm just gonna put them on this way. So I think, okay. So if you wanted to put it on the other way, they have the small, you can take this out and put it in the other hole and tighten it down. I'm not using it right away, so I'm just going to put this on here. So that's basically it. Comes with your drill bit. Also comes with the other bit for tightening your screws. This is kind of the little neat little piece you use to basically gauge your thickness of your wood. This little plastic, there's another plastic piece. That's a very important piece. You don't want to lose that. And then I don't know what else. There's a plate. Here's like an aluminum plate. And this would be the collar for the drill bit. And you get the Allen key to tighten up that collar. I'm just gonna leave all that in the bag here for now. But there you go, you guys have seen it. You know what comes with it. It also looks like a whole range of screws. They're all coarse thread, but there's a bunch of screws there. And I think it also comes with 4 screws for mounting it. So you can actually mount this to like a piece of plywood. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And that way it's a nice solid surface. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that now. So anyways, we got her mounted up. So yeah, I just put her on plywood. Basically screwed it down. I did note in the end, screws are coming through the bottom. So I'm gonna have to get probably a thicker piece of plywood, or shorter screws, I don't know. But yeah, so I kind of made it fairly large. I put a little handhold there so I can kind of just pick it up and carry it around. Used a router on the outside edges just to kind of take off that rough edge of the plywood. But the idea being with it mounted is now I can just kind of have it on a workbench and then clamp it to the workbench, right? That's the whole plan of that. I know it does come, you can buy a separate clamp that I think goes in the bottom here. So that's the other thing to point out. It's kind of like it's got a T-track attachment point here. So if you had T-track on your workbench, you could just like attach it right to the workbench. So that's pretty neat. But anyways, it's all mounted up, it's ready to go. As I said, we're going to be doing a furniture project starting here shortly. Actually, that'll probably be the next video coming. I'm going to be building some end tables. So yeah, so I'm going to be using this. Pretty excited to use it. Seems really durable. Like, doesn't even seem like it compares to Kreg at all. It's like, it's above and beyond. Literally solid aluminum everywhere. It's actually got some weight to it. So it's going to be durable. It's going to last me a lifetime. But we'll see. We'll test it out, and we'll give it an honest review, and let you guys know how it is. But anyways, so back to the furniture project. That'll be coming up next. We're going to be building some end tables. That brings me to the mystery boxes. So let's go ahead and let's open these up. I feel like I need a drum roll for this. So we got wood. I know it's not that exciting, but yeah, this is what I'm going to be using for the end tables. So it's maple. It's ambrosia maple, actually. So ambrosia maple, it's characteristic. It has these kind of these lines and these holes. Essentially, it's like I think it's like a worm or something that gets into the wood. It's safe to use, but it just gives it that look. So I'll show you a few other pieces here. Oh, there's a good piece. So there you go. Kind of see it there. But yeah, solid maple. It's a little bit rough. It's going to need, typically it would need to be plain. I'm just going to sand it down. I don't have a planer. I wish I did. That's something that's on the wish list. So someday we will have a planer. But yeah, this piece here particularly is a little rough. So just a lot of sanding I'm going to do. But otherwise, like, it's in pretty good shape. I bought it from a company down south. There's a store in southern Ontario. It's called, what is it? Moose, something Moose. I'll have to look it up. I'll put a link for it. But they sell all sorts of wood, live edge wood, supplies too for woodworking. This isn't a plug for them at all by any means. But I thought I'd let you know, yeah, that's where I got it. So that's basically what those boxes are. Those 2 boxes there are literally just a bunch of wood. So kind of varying widths I ordered and lengths. So there's like 36-inch pieces down here. But yeah, so that'll be the next video. So we're going to start working on the end table soon here. We'll be using the pocket hole jig, and we'll give it an honest review, and you guys will get to see how to build some end tables. So I'm going to throw up a picture of what I'm going to try to build. We'll see how it works out. I don't think it'll be that bad, but We're gonna do that, and then the other piece of furniture is we're doing a bench, an entryway bench. So actually, give me 1 second and I'm gonna show you something super cool. So check this out. So this is going to be the other project. We're going to be doing a live edge bench. So I picked up this slab of wood. I actually ordered it from Home Depot, believe it or not. Beautiful piece of pine, white pine. It's 2 inches thick. Bark came intact. I think I'm going to peel the bark off. But it's perfectly planed, I think, and good to go. It's kiln dried. So we're going to be making a live edge entryway bench. That's going to be another project, another video too. But I thought I'd just show you that. It's pretty cool. It's going to be cut down. It's a little big, but we'll make it work. It's a beautiful piece of wood. So, so exciting things are coming, guys. Some big projects. So stay tuned for that. So. Well, there you have it, folks. That's the video for today. That is the Massca M2 pocket hole jig. So I'll put a link down in the description if you want to check it out. But that's what we're going to be using for the next couple of videos. And we'll do those couple of projects, and then I'll be able to give an honest review for you guys. So anyways, that's it, guys. I hope you like this. Hit that like button. Hit subscribe down below if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel. And stay tuned. We'll see you next time. Thank you.